All right. Hi. And we are on. It's Fitness Friday. I'm Cheryl. And with me is Steph King. Good morning.
Good
I,
morning.
I want you to know that I have tried what you suggested last time about making my walks more effective by just kind of like mixing it up with like jogging when I can, running when I can. Kind of difficult to do in hot weather. I should take your advice about going early in the morning or after the sun goes down. I'd probably get even more effective interval runs, walks at that time. But baby steps, right?
Exactly. You will not catch me out in the heat of the day doing any kind of running or cardio or anything. So I'm right there with you.
If you're just joining us, it is Fitness Friday, and I want to make sure, can you hear and see us okay? If you could just like maybe wave in the comments or just say hi. And I especially want to know if you have a question. We're going to be talking about 5-minute workouts today because we're all time starved. We all got so much going on. I feel like everyone's schedule is just in disarray these days because of COVID and just everything's so different. So if you can squeeze in 5 minutes here and there, you can get in shape. So yeah, we're going to get to that in a second. But yeah, definitely wave, say hi, let us know if there's anything that you want to know about getting in shape with 5-minute workouts. So I guess we could start with the first question. So the reason we're talking about this today is I've been seeing this pop up in my, like when I go online, all these advertisements for 5-minute workouts, and everybody's got, some program to sell you or they want you to sign up for. What I want to know is, are 5-minute workouts effective? Because 5 minutes, that's not a lot of time to get your cardio up and burn calories. Tell me, what's your take on that?
Okay, well, I came from the background that if you didn't really have an hour, workouts were a waste of time.
Right.
That science is out the window. And the reason why is if you can work out for 60 or 90 or 120 minutes, which back in the day, it was all about the cardio, get tons of cardio in to lose weight. So if we can get rid of that mentality, your body should not be able to work out that hard every single day, for one. Two, it's a massive injury producer. So overtraining is a very real thing. So you're going to notice that there are some more workout methodologies that are coming out saying shorter, more intervals, faster paced workouts are just as effective, especially if you set them up correctly, meaning you use the right muscle groups, you pair things that make sense, they are safe for your own individual body, that you can definitely be effective with shorter workouts if you're consistent with them.
So it sounds like it definitely comes under that heading of work smarter, not harder.
You're right.
So yeah, and that really resonates with me about you don't want to overdo it. When I was running like every day a couple of years ago, actually this has been like 3 years ago now, and I was training for like a half marathon, running every day, and I ended up with an overuse injury to my Achilles, and I actually had to take off almost the whole next year from running because anytime I would try, I would get past 5 minutes and it would hurt again. Yep. Fitness Friday, I want to say hi if you're just joining us. If you've got a question for Steph King, our trainer, would love to hear it. She is here to answer your questions, help you get in shape with simple, effective tips, things you can do at home since the gyms are shut down, and especially like hot weather tips. People training outside these days, and it's been really hot lately. So we're going to talk about that as well. So, and thank you for joining us, by the way. But so back to the 5-minute workout. So if they are effective, how many do you need to do in a day to actually burn calories and lose weight?
That's a really great question. I come from a philosophy of if you're effective in 5 minutes, that 5 minutes is better than 0 minutes. So what typically happens if we say, oh, we only have 5 minutes, I only have 5 minutes to do this, and it's this mental struggle of, oh, do I want to, do I not? If you do something for 5 minutes, you'll usually add a little bit of time to that. And so I always tell people, if you can start off your day with 5 minutes of movement, then maybe in the middle of the day when you start to feel a little bit sluggish, maybe you throw in another 5-minute workout that's maybe different than what you already did. And then at night, after you've had dinner and maybe you need to kind of work out some of the things that have happened throughout the day, mentally, pop in another 5 minutes. Doing anywhere from, I would say, 2 to 3 up to 5 a day, change it up. The idea is that your body does not want to predict what's coming. Okay. If you do the same 5-minute workout every day or every time, your body's going to know it's not going to be effective anymore. So it's a matter of just making sure that you're effective in that 5 minutes. And
our bodies are they're extremely adaptable, and they'll adapt to anything. So yeah, I got to keep it working. So I want to say hi if you're just joining us. Fitness Friday, would say hi, wave to us. We'd love to see where you're watching from. And if you have any specific fitness issues, like are you trying to lose some belly fat? Are you trying to firm up your glutes? Steph is going to demonstrate a 5-minute workout for us. So if you have specific areas that you want to work on, please just post in the comments. Just say, hey, I want to work on my arms. I'm wearing a lot of like sleeveless things these days. What can I do to make my shoulders and arms look good in 5 minutes a day? Or glutes, tummy, those are always big areas. So in the comments, go ahead and ask away. Steph is here to answer your questions. So what kind of exercises, I know you're going to show us here in just a second, you're going to demonstrate, what kind of exercises are part of a 5-minute workout? Like what would you put in there? A lot of people are going to be doing this at home, maybe out in their yard. What does it look like?
You know, I like to come from the philosophy, if you're wanting to do at least 5 minutes of working out a day, then you want to change up what that 5-minute looks like. But I would say at least 3 of the workouts a week should include around a full body. The largest muscle groups are in our legs. So what I mean by that is so many people think that it's the cardio to lose weight. Yes, that's going to happen, but you're not going to change the shape of your muscle. There's a really great image that goes around on the internet, and it shows you what 5 pounds of fat looks like and 5 pounds of muscle compared to like a pen or a pencil in the middle. If you want to change the shape and the look of your body, you have to add strength training. So what I encourage people to do is really use the legs. I'm going to show you how to do a safe squat. Add maybe a round of jumping jacks in there, but then also incorporate muscle groups that are going to hit other muscle groups. What I mean by that, a push-up. You're not only just getting chest, you're getting shoulders and tricep. When you're doing a back row, you're not only getting the back, you're also getting the abs and the core, the back of the shoulder and the bicep. Find exercises that you're hitting more than one muscle group, because the reality is you can't spot reduce. If people want to work on, people call them the bat arms, you know, the good old bat arms, or I had a client call them the bingo arms.
Right.
Unfortunately, you can't just spot reduce that by doing a bunch of triceps. You need to make sure you're hitting a little bit of everything if you want a shorter workout to be effective.
Well, can you demonstrate? And if you're just joining us, please ask away. Steph is going to demonstrate some of the exercises that you can do at home in a 5-minute workout. Yes, it is actually possible to get in shape. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So Steph's going to show us how that's done. Ask us what you would like to see. You got problems areas, you got problem spots that you need specific exercises for. Steph would be happy to demonstrate that for you. So take it away. And next week, I'm going to get some wireless headphones. I will join you in our 5-minute workout next week. But
I triple dog dare you. I love it.
I will. I just got a new weight set, actually, that I'm dying to break in. So I do need some instruction on that. So,
just like the good old days.
So where do we start?
Okay, first things first, you have to know your body. So as a general rule of thumb, make sure it's safe for you to exercise. 2, if you have certain parts of your body that are problems, let's say you have achy knees and achy back, make sure you keep that in mind when I'm showing you these exercises. And then in the following weeks that are coming, if we continue this kind of an idea, you're going to pop in and say, what if we have knee issues? That's going to give me a better idea of having comprehensive exercises. But a general rule of thumb is I'm going to show you how to do a full body, really quick workout that's all strength based. If you have things you can hold on to, whether it is cans, whether it is jugs of water, we've talked about this the last couple of weeks, grab them. They can be effective. For the sake of today, I'm going to pretend that none of you have that. So what we're going to start off with is squats. We're going to get the heart rate up by getting the largest muscle groups going first. I'm going to have you be shoulder width apart with your feet, and I want you to be able to wiggle your toes. So my feet are parallel. So I'm not toeing out at all. I'm making sure that my feet are on a railroad track. And then what you imagine is that you have a chair behind you. And if squatting is new to you, literally put a chair behind you so you know what that sensation's like. So from the side, what you're doing is you're going to sit back in that chair. You're not going down here, okay? You want to sit back in a chair. And then you come up and you squeeze through the glutes. So looking forward, you're sitting back. I put my hands on my hips. That keeps my shoulders back. We talked a ton last week about posture. So this reminds me to keep a strong posture with my upper back. So, and then I wiggle my toes literally the entire time. That drives through my heels, and that works the hamstrings and the glutes and keeps my back in alignment. Now, if you have knee issues or back issues, you want to find a pain-free range of motion. So it's not about doing a bajillion of these. If you are, you're doing them incorrectly and you're wasting a ton of time, if I'm going to be honest. So it's inhaling down, exhaling up. Okay, so for sake of a 5-minute workout, you can literally just be squatting for 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're going to shake out the legs. Next, you can do things for the chest. I want to show and demonstrate really quick how to do a push-up. So many people do push-ups incorrectly. If you're new to push-ups, I highly suggest you use a coffee table or maybe a couch, pull up the cushions and use the hard part of the couch. What you're going to imagine is that you're coming across the chest, not the shoulders. So what that looks like from the side, I'm going to do a knee push-up. I'm going to pretend that all of you are beginners. You're going to dig your toes into the ground. Now, I see people do knee push-ups and their toes are up.
Yeah.
You can do that. However, I always like to work the abs. The core is always a target area for me and my clients, as well as everybody else under the sun right now. So I dig my toes in. The second you dig your toes in, you feel your abs help you and work. So my hands are lined up along my chest line. So when I go down into a push-up, I literally can tell that my fingers are in line with my chest. So you want to inhale down and exhale up, digging those toes in, and that will also help work the abs so you're more effective. Again, we'll talk about these as time goes on if you all have questions.
Yeah.
The row. So if you have cans of food, that's great. For the sake of today, we're going to roll our shoulders up, back, and down like we've been talking the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So you're going to find that there's some strengthening here. Imagine you have weights. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hinge from the hips. Okay, so what's happening, again, wiggling the toes. So I feel a big stretch of my hamstrings. Again, I'm finding exercises that work a little bit of everything. Imagine that you're holding on to 2 heavy buckets of water and you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together while you're here. So you're going to squeeze and then come back down. Squeeze and come back down. So it's an isometric kind of exercise where you're using your own mental capacity to imagine that you're holding weights without holding on to weights. You also feel your biceps and you also feel your abs here as well. Rolling the shoulders. I am a big believer. Everyone's wanting to wear tank tops and the summer dresses right now. If you work your shoulders, if you have good looking shoulders, the rest of your arms look good. That is a general rule of thumb. So what I will have people do, again, I want to work the abs. I will take a seat. I will lean back slightly, okay? So I will support myself with the back of my hands or on the back of my thighs and find that angle that I feel my abs working. Again, without weights, I am just going to do shoulder pressing. Okay, so imagine that I'm pressing up a wall, a heavy wall over. Or if this is not comfortable for your back, another alternative is get up. It might feel silly, but it works. You do little flutters with your arms.
I remember
okay?
these
Little
from
tiny
when we
flutters.
train. Yes.
Yes, we would walk and we would do flutters. So you can go forward, you can go backwards. You don't want to go too high. If you're feeling your neck, you're too high for yourself. And just go back and forth here. And then good old fashioned abs. You got to throw in some core. One of my favorite core exercises, we'll talk about planking a different time, is you're all the way on your back. Your hands are supporting the back of your head. And then what you're going to do actually is you're going to bring your knees and your elbows to meet in the middle. So this works the entire length of your core. So what you're going to do without pulling on your neck, you're going to bring the elbows and knees toward each other and then back down. Tap your heels each time right here. And then you're going to find that you just automatically, it might sound kind of weird, but I want you to imagine that you're basically purposely creating a belly roll right across the belly button. And that's going to press that belly button down toward the ground, which is going to also help support through the low back. So as a recap, squats, push-ups, rows, shoulders, and double crunches is something that's really easy to kind of get started. And then we can tailor it and add different things from there.
If you're just joining us, Steph just took us through the exercises. In one example, 5-minute workout, you do a minute of each of those. And if you're just joining, you can check on the replay. You can go back later and see how they're done. I love that they're all really simple. You use your own body weight for a lot of it, or you can use weights for a lot of it if you have those. Is there any other equipment? You know, we've talked before about resistance bands. And is it worth investing in those? I know you can get them on Amazon.
You can. And, you know, I find any little way that you can change up what you're already doing, for one, is going to prevent boredom, which is going to be more exciting for you to want to keep doing things differently. And right now, at least it was in the last few months, it was really hard to get home equipment. Yeah. So you might have to do a little bit of searching. I will tell you a general rule of thumb. A lot of people are selling equipment for astronomical pricing right now.
Right.
Rule of thumb. It should be about $1.20 max per pound for a set of dumbbells. Okay. Meaning, so if you want a 10-pound dumbbell, or you want a 20, you know, basically 20 pounds, 2 sets or 2 of them, you want to not spend really more than $20 for that. I've had clients say, hey, I found some for $40. Is that a good deal? No, it's not. You're better off just using what you have around your house, piles of books if you have to. Use things that you can do or grab at a price that makes sense for all of us.
You know, amazingly enough, and if you're joining us and you have a question, we're going to wrap up here in a second, but you can ask a quick question and we'll ask Steph while we have her. I discovered like big water bottles. Like I started taking out 2 when I go running and walking because it's been really hot and I need to stay hydrated. But you know, there's a surprising amount of, like, you can feel it carrying those water bottles, the big ones.
Yes. Yes, you can. And you know what? Water is the other big thing that we need to all think about right now. We chronically start our day dehydrated because we haven't drank water through the night. So a couple of things to keep in mind if you go, well, I don't know if I'm dehydrated or not. Well, are you finding that you're really sluggish? Are you finding that your skin isn't the greatest? Are you finding maybe you're breaking out, or you have blemishes, or it's dry? Are you finding that you have headaches? So those are some things to think about. And I mean, to be super transparent, look at the color of your urine. If it's really yellow, you're dehydrated. So what I do for my house, I actually grabbed this just in case this question came up. I got this super cute glass container. It's one of those that you could do, you know, lemonade or there's a tea from.
Yeah, and I literally in there. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's so cute. And so what I do is every day for my family to remind all of us to drink water is I add different things to it every single day, whether it's watermelon and mint and lime, or frozen berries and lime and mint, or lemon. Change it up. And then I add ice to it throughout the day. So we're constantly drinking water. The general rule of thumb, half of your body weight in ounces is what you want to start with as far as how much water.
I love that idea, especially because it's been so hot lately, and we're just now getting to August tomorrow. And it's going to be hot for a while. What a great way to stay refreshed and hydrated. Hopefully I can find those jars. I mean, man, there's been runs and shortages on so many crazy things this week. If you'd like to find out more about more wellness tips, maybe, you know, it's because Steph does online workouts as well. Just find out everything, all the resources that she has to offer you online. Her Facebook group, her Facebook page is scrolling at the bottom here, Wellness Squad Collective. Thank you so much, Steph. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for sharing. I love this 5-minute workout. This is actually very doable. I like that you started out at a beginner's pace. I'm going to start doing these and see. I have a feeling even with the 5-minute workout, I'm going to be feeling it. So
you will, especially when you're doing it the right way.
But hopefully I'll be seeing it too after time, the cumulative effects. Hopefully I'll see it.
Exactly.
Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us.
You too. Thank you, everybody.
And thank you for watching. And we'll do this again next Friday. Be thinking of questions that you have that you want to ask Steph for next time.